All right, imagine if one day you went to check your bank account and it was empty, just wiped out. Now imagine it was the former president of the United States who took it all. According to a New York Times investigation, that is what happened with Stacey Blatt, a Kansas City man who was battling cancer in hospice care and living on less than $1,000 a month. Mr. Blatt died in February. This is his brother holding a picture of him. Back in September, Blatt, who is a staunch Donald Trump supporter, donated $500, a huge sum for him, everything he could spare to Trump's campaign. Then another $500 was withdrawn the next day, then $500 the next week, and every week through mid-October without his knowledge until Mr. Blatt's bank account had been depleted and frozen. The Trump campaign took $3,000 from him in less than a month. The Times reports it was an intentional scheme to raise money. The Trump campaign, alongside a for-profit company that processed its online donations called WinRed, began forcing donors to read through the fine print and manually uncheck a box in order to opt out of repeating donations. So here's how it works, right? In March of 2020, right, they're not yet super desperate. This pre-checked box appeared on the Trump donation portal reading, "Make this a monthly recurring donation." Then in June, a second pre-checked box requesting a second donation was added underneath. Notably, this one was called the money bomb. So now you got to uncheck both of those. In August, the monthly recurring donation was changed to weekly. So about 4 times as much money every month. A subtle change with an enormous impact. Soon, the section explaining the weekly recurring donation was taken out of boldface type and moved beneath other bold lettering. Okay? So your eye looks at the boldface type, but it makes it harder to see because your eye's drawn to the unimportant part. Like the literal fine print is, oh, we're going to take this every week, and also here's another $100. By October, there were up to, oh my God, look at that, 9 lines of bold text and all caps to read through before you learned what the box that was checked was for. Look at that. I mean, even now, can you say what the hell those 2 boxes mean? In the end, this worked. I mean, it tricked not only Stacey Blatt, but thousands of people. In the final 2.5 months of 2020, the Trump campaign, the Republican National Committee, and their shared accounts issued more than 530,000 refunds worth $64.3 million to online donors. That was just the final 2.5 months. All in all, the Trump campaign refunded $122 million in 2020, more than 10% of the money it raised that year.